Hi class, we are continuing on tissues. We've covered in previous videos epithelial tissue, connective tissue, and muscle tissue. And now we're going to be talking about nerve tissue. So in the neural system, we have two types of cells. We have one type that's called the neuron, and the other type are called neuroglial cells. We have the neuron and neuroglial, or neuroglial, meaning nerve glue. The one in the picture is referring to a neuron. The neuron has primarily three main parts. It has a cell body, also known as the soma. That's this entire thing. This is the cell body. Off of the cell body, we have branches called dendrites. These are the branches, the extensions that come off of the cell body. And then we have this long cylindrical structure called an axon. Now, those are the three most obvious parts that we can see. At the very, very end of the axon, at the end, there's an axon terminal. And what we have here at the axon terminal, these are referred to as synaptic end bulbs. And the synaptic end bulbs, think of it as a light bulb right at the end. They're going to store something. They're going to store neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters. Now, we're going to be talking about muscles in another week, but this neuron right here, right at the very end of it, this can be skeletal muscle right here. And in order for this connection between the nerve and the muscle, when these connect, we call it the neuromuscular junction, the NMJ. It's the junction between the nerve and the muscle called the neuromuscular junction. In order for the nerve to help make the muscle contract, it releases a neurotransmitter to make it contract. That neurotransmitter is called ACH, which stands for acetylcholine. Acetylcholine. And acetylcholine is an excitatory, it's an excitatory neurotransmitter at the neuromuscular junction. It's going to make muscle contraction take place. When I go over muscles in another video, another lecture, I'll talk all about this neuromuscular junction and how acetylcholine is involved in making muscles contract. Okay, but again, we're trying to make this somewhat relevant. Why do I need to know the parts of the neuron? It's because it's going to lead to other very important information. Now, dendrites, cell body, axon, axon terminal. Notice that parts of the axon are covered with myelin sheath. Now, myelin sheath is made by a neuroglial cell called a Schwann cell. This is a type of neuroglial cell. We have about 6 types. One of them is a Schwann cell, and its job is to make myelin. Now, what the heck is myelin? Why do we need myelin? Myelin is made up of cholesterol and fat. It's this insulation, and it's designed to speed up the conduction of the electrical signals and the messages that travel from here all the way down to the other end. And the myelin is needed to speed up the conduction of the electrical current. Now, there are autoimmune conditions, AI, autoimmunity, in which the body can attack the Schwann cells. And when the body is attacking its own cells, we call it autoimmunity. when it attacks the Schwann cells and it can't make myelin, this is a disease that we call MS, multiple sclerosis. And if the conduction slows down, well, yeah, there's going to be muscular issues. All right, so myelin sheath is very important. That's why we need cholesterol in our cells and we need fat in our diet. Our brain and our neurology is fully dependent on cholesterol. Now, if we eliminate cholesterol or you have people on cholesterol lowering medications, they often develop neurological symptoms like dementia, cognitive impairment, Alzheimer's, right? The brain and the thinking and cognitive impairment and the cognitive abilities break down and demise. Okay, when we come back, we'll do a quick tissue review.